I carried Kadar back to Malak's castle in the dead of night. After avoiding the tight security in the hotel, it felt almost too easy slipping past the guards. The sheriff really should be more careful. Kadar has regained consciousness, if that's the word. Sometimes I can catch a glimpse of my old cousin behind the metal mask, but most of the time he is changed, foreign to me. Malak has been busy while I was away, gathering information. It's amazing how much he has dug up in such a short time. Turns out there still might be something I can do for Kadar. There is a cure, Malak tells me, hidden in the bowels of a ruined hospital in a part of the city that lies behind the barricades. The old hospital was run by an order of healers from a faraway land, but when the barricades were erected by the Hammers in order to prevent the entire city from being overrun by undead, the hospital was closed off from the rest of the city, and has been inaccessible ever since. The healers, who served a deity called Amaris, possessed a powerful relic, a set of scales, which granted them the ability to cure even the most fatal disease, and, it is rumored, in some cases even to raise the dead. Malak believes that these scales may help Kadar, so I must find them. Once inside, I must be prepared to deal with the undead. Malak knows that the hospital is haunted, but he couldn't tell me more than that. But that doesn't change anything. I'll find the scales and get the hell out of there. I thought I'd never see Kadar again, and now I have a chance to save him. I must not fail him this time.
One second, everyone. I really have to cough. Sorry. The cure. Make your way through the ruined city and find an entrance into the abandoned hospital. The scales of Amaris are your only hope of saving Kadar. Find them. Once you have completed your other objectives, get back to the city gate. I'll probably be muting this run. Getting over being sick. The last thing that always hits me when I'm sick is a terrible cough. That's going on now, so I'll be unmuting myself to read the texts. Otherwise, this one will be completely silent. Another undead mission, huh? Alright, we have flares now for our fire arrows, and we can set things on fire with air ones, it sounded like, as well. Alright, what do I need? What do we have? Alright, so we have 2 mines, 1 healing potion, our sword, 4 water arrows, 1 fire arrow, 1 moss arrow, a single lockpick? A single flat-tooth lockpick, I guess we don't get the other one, and our knockout hammer, which probably won't be useful in here. What to take? What to take with us? Alright. Let's take 5 more water. Oh, do I want the spider eggs? So wherever there's undead, there's usually burricks. But here's the thing, I have not used any spider eggs ever in this missions, in any of my missions so far. They're 250. I think I'd rather have the flash bombs. I'll take both of them. I don't see any rope arrows in my inventory. We're gonna take 2. Just to help me out. I have a healing potion. I'm hoping I won't need more than 1. Let's grab another fire arrow. Let's grab a handful of moss arrows. Hmm, 214. Could take 1, 2 more water. Or we could sell this back. Let's see. What to take? 1 second. I don't have any broadheads. Wouldn't normally think I would need them, but we're gonna actually take a few of these with us. And we'll take an extra healing potion as well. Actually, we'll take 1 more fire. And we'll do it like this. Alright, so 5 total moss, 3 fire, 10 water, 2 rope, 2 flash bombs, and 5 broadheads for our mission. All right, let's do it.
We must get to the bottom of this lest our superiors hear of it.
Volume 3, Entry 1. This morning I received a message. One of the healers from the other side of town, Sandor, hath discovered some sort of artifact there. He hath asked for our help. Strange, it seemeth, that he would write to us, the Hammers. These healers seemeth to value secrecy. I canst say that they seemed to like us when we questioned them upon their arrival all those weeks ago. And I canst help admit the feeling is mutual. I have long suspected they are up to some type of mischief. I have heard they have erected statues of some sort. Could they be religious? Pagan, perhaps? Or is it possible they worship that heathen god Linjala? Perhaps this Sender has come to his senses and will give us license to terminate their activities. Volume 3, Entry 2. It seemeth that the hospital is plagued by foul undead. Many of the recently deceased do return from their graves to haunt the healers. We must act swiftly. I have commandeered the local tavern, and gathered here with my brethren to make final plans before storming the gates. It maketh me despair how arrogant these healers are. That priestess. When we questioned her, before she dared tell us that we are the ones who do not understand, that we dost not understand their ways, and that they dost not practice the black arts. Oh, we understandeth only too well how clever words and hollow phrases canst twist the minds of the weak. I regret that we hath waited so long to act. No good shall ever come of irreligion, even if it doth taketh the guise of a healer. I left the rope arrows back there before because I wasn't sure if there was any other patrols, and if there were some, I wanted to be able to easily escape to the rooftops. Now that I know that undead don't come in this area, I can take back the rope arrows I used earlier. We'll just wait for him to come back and then leave again, and then we'll head down here. I don't get close to the undead that are lying on the ground because in Old Thieves they could spring up and attack you.
That looks familiar. Linjala. But Moloch told me that the healers worshipped a deity called Amaris. Could they be one and the same?
Account of Alinia, priestess of the healers. Week 1. We arrived late at night. The clouds had finally burst, and the sea and sky were as one. But there were no lack of people in the harbor. It seems this place never sleeps. We were greeted by a delegation of Hammerites, the religious order we had been expecting. The advice of the goddess proved valuable. We met their aggressive inquiries the way she told us. We spoke the truth, and told the Hammerites that we had come to help their city. They seemed confused when they realized that we did not seek to convert anyone to our faith, and that we only sought to help those in need. Their high priest was very hostile, a hard, rough man by the name of Brothold. Week 2. Gotta save us. Having only docked but 1 week ago, we have already had to lie to the Hammerites. Linjala, it seems, is a figure tantamount to the god of their pagan enemies. It seems that any belief that does not align with their faith is viewed as heresy by them. These ignorant men will stop at nothing to convert others to their religion, and they seem to crush anyone who stands in their way. For now, we must travel under the guise of Amaris, the lesser healer, lest we become victims to this ignorance. That name is unknown to them, and consequently we may be safe, if only for a little while. Week 5. Having searched every nook and cranny of Old Quarter, we have finally stumbled upon a building that will suit our needs. The people here are poor, desolate, and desperate. In many ways, this vacant building still reflects that hopelessness. Most of the buildings in the area are too small, too ruined, or otherwise inhabited by squatters and the homeless. What have the Hammerites done to better the people of this city? If these streets reflect the conditions in the city, there is truly no hope in the Hammerite way. Week 7. We have moved into the ruin. I cannot speak as to why it was abandoned, but it looks to have been a school for magicians or mages, as they're called on this shore. Many of the others were against it, fearing some vague superstition, but no matter. No matter its purpose in the past, we shall rebuild it as of the hospital we envisioned. We are healers. If we can mend flesh and bone, and even mind, we can also heal the wood and the stone of these old walls. Amaris will guide our hands, and it will be done. Steal the scales of Amaris. Find out what happened to the hospital by locating the rest of Alinia's diary.
This must be it. The way in.
"15 seconds. I have 15 seconds to explore this before that comes back into this room.